Hello and welcome to another video about Ripple XRP. XRP is again still in its ongoing correction. Yeah, you can see it on the chart here. We had an impulse here back in September 21, then started our ABC correction. The question is this C wave already finished? Yeah, is this C wave already finished, or will the C wave be somewhere down here? And we just do a little bit more of a complex correction at the moment. My primary expectation would be that the correction isn't over yet, and that we're coming down once more. And the reason for that is that I think the whole crypto market has not finished its correction yet, and that XRP has not really managed to create an impulse here or anything. Yeah, pretty much at the moment just making a series of higher lows, of lower highs and of lower lows. So there isn't really anything that would tell me that the correction is over. Yeah, no important levels get broken or anything. You can see that XRP is currently consolidating here. We talked about this triangle pattern that was forming here, and XRP within this triangle is currently holding above the 50-day moving average, and it looks like at the moment that it's potentially losing this 50-day moving average. The fight is probably not lost yet, and it also looks like as if XRP had broken out of this triangle. We need to see now because well, at the moment it's looking like it broke out. Yeah, here on the 4-hour chart you can see that it looks a bit like that it broke out, is retesting that previous support as resistance, and is now heading further down. For that, I'd like to see a little bit more volume. It could just mean, or it could just be that a little bit of a different pattern is forming here. As you can see here, you can probably also adjust it a little bit and it would still be in the triangle. So we just need to wait a little bit how that is now forming. Sometimes these patterns just shift and form, but what we can see here is this kind of a triangle pattern, and we should see a move here fairly soon. If not, this was already the move and we just have a retest and we'll move down from here. So my primary expectation would be that we are going to see lower prices for XRP, and that we probably are going to come once more into this yellow target area, and just purely because XRP hasn't really built a new impulse from now. Yes, it's a good sign that it's fighting around the 50-day moving average, but there is no clear sign of the bulls that they are winning this fight. Yeah, at least not yet. And if we really break this triangle to the downside, you can expect that we reach here this target area once more, which is 55 cents. And this is the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level. And that lower support of the target area is the 88.7% Fib level at 38 cents. That would also be, in my view, a likely level that we could reach, especially as I expect for Bitcoin another, maybe 30% sell-off. And for XRP to reach that 58 cent level would only be a 20% drop. To that lower level, it would be 45, and that would be fairly realistic. You know, if you compare, because the altcoins typically they are more volatile than Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin drops around 30, it would not be a surprise if XRP would drop, for example, 45%. So that's my general view here on the price structure, the pattern that I see here. It's rather a rather neutral pattern, that triangle. Yeah, I mean, we come from a downtrend generally, but then you have here this uptrend going on that started around the beginning of February. But again, since then, it has only made lower highs. So it's not very clear, and the downtrend from my point of view is not really over yet. And if we take a look at the indicators, you can see that, for example, on the 4-hour chart, XRP is again in the bearish range. That would also support not bullish momentum. Yeah, so we are in the bearish momentum phase. Yeah, I would say. You can see the MACD also having a bearish crossover here. So again, that would also support further dropping prices. Very importantly, on the daily chart, and that is even more relevant, you can see here how the price was trying to, or the MACD was trying to get bullish momentum, bullish crossover. However, that was stopped, and a cryptocurrency that has ended its correction wouldn't normally do that. Yeah, it's turning to the downside again, and that is a very clear sign that, in my view, the downtrend isn't over yet. You have bearish momentum increasing again on the daily MACD. The stochastic RSI also turned around to the downside, and the RSI is also again in the bearish range on the daily. All of that, which confirms to me that the downtrend is not over yet. If we take a look on the weekly chart, which is even more relevant, Here on the weekly, you can see that also on the RSI, the momentum is rather bearish. Yeah, we are still below 50 here on the weekly. The MACD is starting to decrease selling momentum, okay, but what you saw here was a potential turnaround, and then it stopped. Now it's moving sideways again, that MACD line. So here we need a little bit more patience. Not really bullish looking at the moment, especially as the stochastic RSI is already nearly back here in the overbought area. I mean, there is still a good chunk to go, but if that turns around then on the weekly again, that can just indicate yeah, a further larger sell-off. At the moment, not a lot of volatility here, and that's no surprise because XRP is just fighting around this 50-day line, this 50-day moving average line, and is sort of still in this triangle. Maybe it broke out already, but for that I don't see the volume really. And it just needs a bit more patience here for XRP, but certainly I am not convinced yet that we have seen the low. It had the opportunity here, XRP, to make a higher high. Yeah, we talked about that back then, that it could have just made something like that, yeah, go up here, come down, and then made a higher high. But it didn't do that. It made only a lower high, and from that point of view, and also it came down quite a lot here, all the way down to 62 cents. And from there, it has not managed to build a new impulse. So yeah, primary expectation remains here further downside for XRP for now, okay? But when the correction then is finally over, which fib levels can we aim for? We can aim for at least the 1.618 Fibonacci extension at $3.11, all the way down to all the way up to 381, which would be the 200% Fibonacci extension. So that would be a nice upside from here. And if you really come down to 38 cents, that would also be a 10x. But bear in mind that these are the absolute minimum targets for the next larger wave to the upside. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe and leave a comment, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.